Kaylin was right to start
Yep,
off. It
she
is
got it.
showtime. It's showtime. We are live. It's happening. Welcome in everybody for a special Thursday edition. I feel like since we always shoot for Wednesday at 5:30. The likelihood that we actually get Wednesday at 5:30 seems,
It's
but I
50-50.
feel like when we do it on Thursday, even though that's because we screwed up and schedules moved and everything else, it's special. There's special episodes.
Yeah.
Special Thursday time. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. This is Prep Doc Live, episode 121. And joining me, as always, as usual, is Tup the Urban Prepper. Tup, what's going on? How are you? I see you're in your bunker.
I'm in the bunker. Yeah, everything's safe in
Yep.
here. I don't have the
Excellent.
paper or concrete now. It's the real deal now. So
I like that you go in and out. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
what resolution camera are you using? Who knows? You could be in the same spot. It could be in a different spot.
I actually cleaned the camera today too before starting. So wanted it super sharp. No, but things are going good.
Sneeze all over it.
Yeah, just cranking out some videos and doing some fun AI stuff to help out with cranking out videos and all that. Could have some cool toys that came in the mail, so I'm testing those out. So yeah, all in all, pretty good.
Very exciting. I saw you. We had the 100
preps.
Gigantic videos.
Yes.
The 100.
It took for you forever.
It
took like 2 months to do that.
Yeah. Well, it was very awesome. For everyone who hasn't gone and seen it, go see it. Go watch it, because all of Tup's videos are fantastic. But this one involved quite a bit of work and effort.
It was a fair amount of effort on that one, for sure.
Did you have to sleep with the preps?
No. And I didn't set up. We were talking originally that I was going to set them all up and but I just didn't end up doing it. So I just ended up just making a little collage thumbnail and called it good. But yeah, no, now I have to clean it all. Yeah, I have to clean all. They're all over the place in the house. I have to clean everything up still. But yeah.
Well, that is fantastic. We weren't sure. For those of you who weren't here last week, we were talking about this, and Tup was going to do a photo shoot in his living room with all of these items. And as you can imagine, Mrs. Prepper was not happy. This was not going to go well. So we weren't sure if he was going to have to sleep actually with preps downstairs in the family room, or if it would go better. So I'm glad you were able to sleep. So what's new? Okay, so you got new things. I feel like we've got holidays are coming up. I feel like we've got
there's a lot of cool sales coming up. Yeah, the sales.
There's a lot of AI stuff. What do you want to hit on? What seems interesting?
I can say what I'm doing. All the companies they all have their sales going on. I just got contacted by Jace Medical. They're hey, thanks for the shout out in the 100 preps, and we have some sales coming up. They have some pretty good sales coming for if you want if you want antibiotics, or if you want some of the stuff that Jace Medical provides, which is cool. I actually want to get some more antibiotics. Let's see. So those are Jackery has some great sales. I just did a review of that a couple months ago, and now it's half the price is what it was there. So it's a great deal. So if you need a solar bank, solar power, that would be a good deal. Let's see.
Is that the Costco one, or is that
that's
the Jackery site or Amazon?
It's the home power series. There's a 3,000 and a 3,600 watt hours ones, and they're normally they're so cheap right now. So I for the EcoFlow, I remember buying that one full price when City Prepping talked about it, and now it's half price too. So it's kind of like buying a new car. As soon as you buy it, it goes down in value.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you get it, as soon as it comes off the lot, you're automatically. I was just gonna pull it up because we have the technology.
Yeah.
So is this?
Yeah, so that one's a lot cheaper because it used to be about $1,000 more expensive.
It used to be $27.99, and now and you get an extra $200 off if you give your email.
But there's the home solar, the solar power station market is kind of oversaturated. Everyone has a new one. They're always coming out. It reminds me of like the flashlights from like 10 years ago when all the
Yeah.
flashlight companies had the new one that came out that was even brighter and all that stuff. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think normally I don't like really follow too many of the sales around this time, but there's some really good ones. I think I'm gonna have to do some shopping.
Yeah, the sales, the Black Friday, and what's interesting is it's kind of um, over time. And I, from a so I was a marketing degree person and did marketing and have done marketing. So not only am I interested in like online sales and consumer behavior on that front, but also just seeing how the market has changed. It
Mhm.
used to be that you had like Black Friday and then they added Cyber Monday. That was a big thing. But the deals only happened on those days. Like
Yeah,
you only got them. And then when COVID happened, there was this interesting thing where they had started to kind of move them, and then nobody knew what the holiday season was going to like. So then they were like, "Oh, we're going to start them in November, in October." Like it
yeah.
just really expanded that out. So it's been interesting to see how they roll, but a lot of them now are in play, and there's tons and tons of great opportunities. Um, so yeah, so if you've
Yeah,
got a
so
list, now
yeah,
is the
great. Yeah, I think I'll probably start posting stuff on like Facebook or on the community channel on my YouTube on like the cool sales, the ones I think that yeah, this is a really good deal. Uh,
yeah
but yeah,
the
it's yeah, tis the season.
yeah, the ones so and I also like with some of the stores like Costco. We do love Costco. Costco, if you like to sponsor, we'd love to have you. In the
Still
meantime, we'll
waiting.
still
Yeah,
talk about you.
still waiting.
We've been there. Um, they actually put it used to be that they would leak the Black Friday circular, and it was like, oh, this is that what's going to be in the paper. This is what the deals are for Black Friday. But now a lot of them will release like their entire holiday. They might keep a few surprise doorbuster deals or something separate. But like I know Best Buy has basically lined out their whole holiday, like what's on sale at what time. Costco's got all of that stuff. I think the Harvest Right is on sale at Costco right now, I
Ooh,
believe.
how much is it
Um,
right now?
I want to say it was $12.99.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like kind of the sweet spot deal for it.
yeah, I saw that, and then um, the bamboo 3D printers are on sale on like
Mm,
TikTok Shop and Best Buy. And I was mentioning it to my wife, and I was like, like this keeps coming around. It's circling. At one point, we're going to pull the trigger. And she was like, "Look, if you can clear two shelves in the garage, that's where they need to go. Like, then we'll have that conversation." So
yeah.
that's my project is
I
trying
was
to
gonna do
clear the
this big
garage.
I was gonna do a big purchase and then like we've been tracking for my kids like my son has Invisalign and then we knew my daughter
Hmm.
eventually would need it and so we
Yeah,
so but I was thinking a few years from now and then this like was that yesterday or the day before we went in yeah let's start right now and I'm like it's gonna cost them 7 G's or something. Oh crap, there goes my
yeah.
prep. there, there goes my Black Friday.
My
So
dad used to joke that it was you give him your credit card, it's $100, it's $1,000 up front and $100 a month for the rest of your life or whatever. It's like,
yeah, it was
um,
well, like theirs was like, yeah, you give them yeah, they wanted a grand up
mhm,
front, and then it was
yep,
like 200 a month for 24 months, or I could just pay it all up in cash. And I'm like, well, there's,
yep.
I mean, I want some more generators and batteries and stuff. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I care about my kids' teeth, but not more than I care
yeah,
about like solar
I got
panels.
more
Like let's
preps to
be
buy.
real. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just went through. We are almost done with round one of Invisaligns,
Hmm.
and then we're. I think the youngest one is. We just lost our last tooth, so now we are boarding up for that one to start. So yeah, it is a process.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the
Um,
comments. Showtime. Brad is live. It's a bunch of crazies over there. Okay. 100.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks
Looking
for
for a
watching.
detail on a portable
Portable
sun I
sun.
can
I don't know if we
hang
could
on
help
my
with that.
North Face. Yeah, I don't. I mean, we're good.
How many like affiliate links do you get, or how affiliate dollars do you get if you sell the sun? Like to sell,
Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
yeah, you could
We
probably make
should
some good
we should
money
look at that.
if we could figure that out.
Yeah, so Starlink
Starlink Mini,
Mini,
I need to look at that.
that would be really cool if you were. either if you were in like a more rural area, or if you were getting it as like a backup um, home internet. So like if your main grid went down for some reason, you had Starlink as an option. Um, or also for mobile, like if you're in an
Yeah,
RV or
would that work for like
overlanding or something.
if the power's out, like I'm thinking like of my mom, like my mom lives by herself in like a
Yeah,
55 and older kind of community. If the power were to go out there and like she or cell phones, would she still be able to contact me with the Starlink Mini?
I think you need to have a battery bank of some sort.
So she'd
But
have to
if
have
you
her
plug that
Jackery
in,
plus that.
yeah,
She should be
yeah,
good.
yeah, I would think so. I mean, I've never used a Starlink, so I don't know. But I
Yeah, me
mean,
either.
it's supposedly just like I mean, it plugs into it's either the its own router or it
Hmm.
plugs into one, and then you've got Wi-Fi off of it. So, I would think that should work.
Yeah,
She'd need to be able to probably be outside because I think it's got to be outside in order to get the signal. It couldn't
yeah,
be like in her room. She'd need to be able to have access somewhere. Um, but that would be an interesting thing to put in a Mission Darkness or a Faraday
yeah,
bag or something like that, and just put in a closet for
yeah. Now I got to look at the Starlink Mini. I guess there's a good price on it.
her. um, yeah, I was looking at so there was the 3D printers, tons of them are on sale right now. The freeze dryers are on sale. Um, what else was I looking at the other day? It's also just an interesting time to look for like unique deals. The discounted gift cards are ones that I am always looking for. Um, so like Coastal Farm and Ranch, which is one of the agricultural stores in our area, um, every year for like Black Friday usually, and then for usually it's like Father's Day or Fourth of July or something. They'll do like buy $100 in gift cards and you get an extra $20. So you get like essentially a use it whenever you want 20% off coupon.
Cool.
Um, so I'm always looking for those sorts of deals because even if I don't know what I want to buy right now, like I essentially locking in that discount for the future is kind of an interesting option.
You
Um,
see, the Olights having a sale. I just looked. It looked like 20% off,
yeah.
which is cool.
And Costco, yeah, it can be far. They, depending on where you have a membership, obviously, if you have Sam's Club or Costco, just depending, because Sam's Club usually has very similar sales to whatever Costco's doing. Kind of
I
like
don't.
Walmart and Target and Amazon always have the same sales. Usually,
Yeah.
Costco and Sam's Club have comparable sales. But you can also have stuff shipped to your house. It's usually slightly more expensive, depending on the item, but because they'll include like the shipping cost. But for the most part, like yeah, I have stuff shipped from Costco all the time. If it's something that's
Do you do Sam's
huge and I
Club?
don't want to, so there isn't a Sam's Club in our area.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Um,
figure out because I don't go to one.
so we do Costco because we have two Costco's within literally 3 minutes of our house. 3 minutes one way, 3 minutes the other way. We're like sandwiched between like a regular Costco and then what was at one time the biggest Costco in the nation. Now I think there's a bigger one. Um, but so we usually go to either of those. But then we have a Walmart that's by our house too, and Target. So I'm constantly like price comparing and shopping and also take into account things like with Target, you can have the red card as a debit card. So if you want a credit
Mm,
card, you can do credit card, but they also have a debit card option that still gives you the 5% um, back or the 5% off whenever you buy something. And it applies to gift cards. So if you buy like we had we had YouTube TV for a while. Um, you can't get a discount on YouTube TV, but you can buy Google gift cards from Target at 5% off and use them to pay for YouTube TV. Or Netflix or Hulu or whatever. Also like Cabela's and and Best Buy and any of that
Yeah,
sort of stuff.
I don't really go to Sam's Club. I guess I gotta step up my game and check out the Sam's Club to see how. I think it's pretty much one to one. It's like Costco. It's like Home Depot is to Lowe's probably.
I think it is. There are certain different they they'll have like different products, slightly different products. They'll have slightly different assortments, but
Yeah.
in general, it's the same. I mean, it's the same idea and lots of the same buyers and that sort of stuff. BJ's I've heard of too, but there isn't one. I think it's regional. I think
Yeah,
that's like
I don't
East
know one.
Coast. Um, I've heard about it though. I've heard that it's great, but we've not been.
Have you done any cool AI things over the last week?
So I am. I found a guy who has on TikTok who does a lot. Actually, him and another woman on TikTok do a lot of AI and shortcuts on iPhone. Oh, hold on. We lost Tup. Is he here? Is he back? Where'd he go?
I can
Oh,
hear you.
you're back.
I-
I don't know what happened to
the
you,
AI shut
but
us down. They heard us what we were
yeah,
talking.
exactly.
They're
The
like, oh,
bots were here.
shut it down.
Um, so a lot of the stuff that they talk about are ways to incorporate AI into your day, like, and start to help it, make things easier for you. And they started doing a lot of stuff with um, shortcuts on iPhone. So I don't know if I don't think you have an iPhone. I think you have an Android.
I have
Um,
I celebrate both. Yeah.
okay, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
So if you have an Android, there's probably similar things. I just don't know what they are. But I have always been hesitant because Apple's ecosystem is so tightly connected. But if you have certain features and functions you like somewhere else, it doesn't really play nice with anything else. So I like Microsoft To Dos, I like Google Sheets, but like all of the stuff in iPhone wants to use like the Apple Calendar and it wants to use all this other stuff. So I've been looking at these shortcuts to figure out ways where it's like you can take information and reorganize it and then export it into other things. So
Cool.
one of those was all of the screenshots that you take on your phone. They created a shortcut that goes in, looks at all of the screenshots, uses either Apple Intelligence on board or uses ChatGPT, whatever one you want to use, and renames them all and can turn them into
Ooh,
PDFs and put them into a
nice.
a folder in your files app. So it basically turns them from photos into like files and documents that you can use, and then they're renamed with actual things so you can search for it. So if you're like looking for the receipt from Costco, or I'm looking for this thing, it would have that in the
That's
file name.
awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, so that's a thing that I'm kind of playing around with, is how to do that. Also, how to um, better identify both reminders. So like I've got that prep alerts calendar. Like, how do I continue to add more things in a way to alert me and remind me of like, oh, in 6 months I need to do this thing, and trying to use those shortcuts and the calendar and stuff to try to kind of put that together. Um, Also to try to like remember when I did something. So I was playing around with an idea of using the location tracking that is in iPhone, which a lot of people don't use. I
Yeah.
am not really concerned with where they're tracking me. I know some people are not. That's totally fine. But seeing if it can use my location data in my iPhone to figure out where I've been on like a daily basis, to then jog my memory of, oh, when was the last time I did this thing, or when was the last time I went here,
Cool.
or something like that. So I'm kind of trying to play around with that a little bit. Um, so those are kind of the big AI things. I mean, I still use ChatGPT for all of my random ideas and
Yeah.
such. It's super helpful. I was comparing computers the other day because computers obviously are on sale, and I was looking at upgrading mine. And so there's like 3 different ones that are on sale, one at Costco, 2 at Costco, 1 at Best Buy, or 2 at Best Buy and 2 at Costco. And I was like, okay, based on the pricing and the specs, which of these is actually worth the increase or decrease or all of that. So
It's
super helpful.
pretty amazing. I saw that Chuck Howard. Should we start the intro again, and you want to kick this back off
Oh,
again?
yep, yep,
Should we just
yep,
yeah?
yep. Chuck,
Chuck is that
welcome,
sorry,
welcome in,
welcome
Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
Chuck Pig Spot. We've got the whole crew
okay, they're
here.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yep.
it felt like something wasn't quite right as we were
Kaylin,
talking. Yeah,
Kaylin's here. She's
yeah,
repping, I think, from the East Coast with the BJ's
yes,
questions. But yeah. Mhm.
yeah. What did I do on AI? I did oh, I finally got the Google Workspace for like I get all these emails for like on the
Mhm.
Urban Prepper from when they go to they click your email on the YouTube channel, and it's always
Yep.
like these random and they always call me dear for some reason. Hello, dear, and I'm like, oh crap, here we go. Anyway, I get so many of these, but there's some of them are like real legit. Someone contacted to do like a review or something, and so
Yeah.
but I was using a Hotmail, but now I switched it over to like the .com that I have, and I made I had ChatGPT walk me through how do I make this Google workflow basically. So I have like this a dedicated reviews email, and then it provides me a daily summary of, hey, here's all the emails you got, here's the ones to just ignore, here's the ones that you should definitely
Mhm.
respond. So I have that working now, which is so it's like at 7 a.m. I could just look, okay, hey, anything come in that I should follow up, and it most of them are hello dearest, yeah, and
Yeah.
then it's like wants me to do a review of makeup or something like that. I'm like,
Yes, dearest greatest friend,
yes,
we have found your channel. We're very impressed by what you do. We would
yes,
like you to
we
review this
yes,
makeup palette
yeah,
that has
something
nothing to do
completely
with
not
anything.
prepping. But every once in a while, like within, if they get 20 or so, 20 to 20, one of them is like it's a legit something that I'd be interested in. So now I have
Yeah,
the chat GPT helping me out with that. So which is so super handy. So because I
yeah.
feel bad because sometimes I miss some because you just get flooded with them.
Oh yeah.
I got
Well,
one.
and
I'm doing a
I've been
review
thinking
of.
about
I'm
doing
sorry.
one for like deals because I just
Yes.
get tons of not necessarily like people reaching out to every once in a while I'll get that, but like the different stores that I'd like subscribe to for their newsletters and everything else. Like, how do you keep track of what deals are being offered, what is a good deal versus not a good deal, um, and what are deals that might be shared. So trying to think of like, okay, how do I subscribe to certain stores, and
Mhm.
then is there a way to distill that into something like a newsletter or something that could go out to everybody and feel like, hey, here are the 3 stores that actually are having decent sales right now, or here is Maxpedition is having their buy one get one 50% off sale yet again. If you were thinking about it from last month when they were running it, you can start doing it again this month or whatever. Which I love Maxpedition for all the Maxpedition. Love Maxpedition, but Maxpedition always runs buy one get one 50% off on their legacy, like pouches and bags and everything. That legacy line, and
Yeah.
it feels like it happens like every 2 months or
Yeah.
every 3 months. It's all the time.
It's not special anymore.
Yeah, it's like the Bed Bath and Beyond 20% off coupons. You were like, oh, if you didn't have it, just wait a week and you'll get another one, and then
Yeah.
buy it then.
What did I got? I'm doing my first e-bike review right now.
Ooh,
And that was one of the
look
ones
at
like it
you
got sifted
go!
through all the makeup ads and stuff. But
Yeah,
but it's pretty cool. It's a collapsible e-bike, so it folds up into like a little small size. But
yeah,
anyway, my son he wanted. I said. We've been talking about one, and I've been wondering like for because I work in downtown Seattle, and like today getting to work, I'm not that far from Seattle, but it took over 3 hours to get to work today because of traffic and closures and all this stuff. And I've always
oh,
concerned if I had to evacuate downtown Seattle and make it home, and the roads were closed, like
yeah,
what's the best way of if it, and I'm off if I'm at work. And so I've been looking at e-bikes, and fortunately I found about this one company that has this full collapsible one that's budget friendly. And so anyway, it's going to be fun because my son actually wants to work on a YouTube video with me, so I'm looking forward to. I think we'll start it on Saturday, but because he
Well,
like he's
did you?
super.
So did you reach out to the company? Did they want to collab, or did you just buy it and
They
you're
wanted to
doing it?
they wanted to collab, and I ghosted them for probably 6 months until AI figured out that, hey, you might want to respond to this one. So it totally like, and so I did, and then they, yeah, that'd be fun. So, and because I've always liked like from the Dark Knight when he had like the tumbler, and then when the
Yep.
tumbler was damaged, he went into
It turned into a little.
turned into a little motorcycle thing, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool for like preppers to do, like to get out of the city. Like, so anyway, that's kind of the approach I'm going with it. So
But how heavy is it to carry? Because if you're taking like, would you
you would have
put
to
it in
keep it
your
in, you
car
could keep it
trunk?
in the trunk of your car, or you could
Okay.
keep it under your desk at work, or you can't just carry it around, it's too heavy. But if you
Okay.
had the space in your trunk, or if you had space under your desk at work, technically you could, and it doesn't go too, I don't know if it would make it the full distance if you're taking a bunch of windy back roads, but you could get an extra battery. So I was thinking, oh, if you got the bike and you got an extra battery, you could probably make it anywhere within like a 80-mile radius of the city. And I thought
Right.
maybe that's a way of getting out if like the if I have like if it's crazy like what it was today.
Well, I guess depending on, yeah, like depending on how far you need to go, and if it's got a battery that long, does it also allow, like, if you didn't need that whole battery, so you've got the whole battery, but
Yeah.
you're only needing 10 miles worth of the battery, could you either A, use that battery to charge other
Yeah,
things?
not yeah, that's not with this one. That was one of my, I'm already putting my pros and cons together because it'd be nice to be able to
Yeah,
use to charge your phone or something like that.
yeah.
Like I think there's
It,
like a market for like a prepper e-bike like for evacuation purposes and like what you would want to
yes.
have on it.
I feel like there's a collab opportunity with Canadian Pepper on this one because he's the one that has all the bikes and all. Like,
Yeah, he has
okay,
all the goodies. Yeah, he has all the,
I'm also curious if you could put, like, how much could it tow? So
yeah.
could you put like,
Put a bug out bag or a
we held
tote bag.
on to like the kids, when the kids were little and you put them in the little trailer, behind your bike, so
Yes.
you're pedaling and they're in the trailer behind. So I held on to that trailer for another couple of years because I was like, oh, if we ever needed to evacuate, we could use this as like a trailer and actually fill it with stuff, and then you could attach it to the bike and go from there. So I'm wondering though, like, okay, if it's got an 80-mile range on the battery, if you were towing things, like, okay, does that make it a 40-mile range? Does that make it 60? Like, what is the drag coefficient on the battery?
Yeah, I'd be. These are all the things I gotta have to dive into a little bit. So,
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
says, "Is it quiet?" Yeah, it's super quiet. And it goes. There. I guess there's like class one, class two, and class three. You could hack it basically to go to class three, so it goes like 28 miles an hour or something, and which is amazing. My son thinks it's pretty cool. So,
does it does it have, um like, I know that there were a lot of, or at least some of the early hybrids, when you would use the brakes or slow down, it like recaptured some of the energy through
oh,
the
I have to.
spinning and the braking.
These, I think we're gonna have to collaborate because you're coming up with all the good ideas.
You know what? If look, e-bike
That's
people,
why I
if
bring
you
up
would
some
like
of
to
these
do
things.
a
Yeah.
yeah. If you'd like to email someone who will get back to you within 6 months,
Yes.
feel free to look at, yeah.
It wasn't. It's the makeup company's fault.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. They were like, "Would you like makeup?" And you're like, "Not so much." And they were like, "How about an e-bike?" Okay, sure,
Yeah.
fine. That's fantastic.
Well, I saw. Yeah. Again, AI identified it. I asked my son, "Hey, do you want to do it? You want to do an e-bike review with me?" Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I thought it was good bonding.
What are they going to let you keep the e-bike?
Yeah, I think so. As far as I know.
That's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's one of those collabs that's like, okay, it's worth it because the item is cool enough that
It's cool, and
you're
I've been wanting one for like because I'm always worried about like if I'm at work and if it's grid down, like if the roads are blocked, and then I would have to like get home bag and huff it back home. That would suck. Uh,
yeah.
or you can have a normal bike, I guess, which also is good. But man, those e-bikes are they're
Well, and I
super
think you can
fast,
you
super
can
nice.
use you can turn the power on and off of the e-bike.
Yeah.
So I have a friend that has one, and he we have lunch on Fridays, and so he'll write it to meet us all for lunch because he lives relatively close to the place we go, and so he'll pedal on, the downhill, or he won't pedal, and then he'll use it to like accelerate or support or whatever. So I'm wondering too, if it's an 80-mile range, if you used kind of strategic pedaling and everything else, like,
Yeah.
could you expand that range? And
Yeah,
it's
so
gonna be
I'm trying to figure out the best bike route out of Seattle. So I think that's my concept. So I'll
Mhm.
start like I'll start at the Space Needle or something like that, and then find the bike
Yeah,
lanes to get whichever direction. Anyway,
that
that's
is
working on that.
fantastic.
That's be
All
fun.
right, well, you can bring your tear gas with you. Like, we could
I
like put
I've had
that on the
multiple
back of the bike,
ever since that
and
episode. Multiple people hey, I have an idea for how we could test with that that tear gas. I got an idea.
exactly. We're gonna put you in a porta potty, and we're just
I think I'm
gonna,
gonna have to go like to Burns, Oregon, or something like that, and like where no
yes,
one's there.
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that would be possible. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I
I know
have
you have a
to
hard stop,
run.
right? You have a
Yeah, I got to go pick up my car. Well, I put a bunch of like fun electronic things in a while ago, and they have just slowly stopped working as well as they have. And um, we're getting the car ready for our 16-year-old who is about to be 16. And I was mentioning to them, like, oh, by the way, all this stuff that you guys installed 5 years ago doesn't really work anymore. Like, what's going on? They're like, oh, you have a lifetime warranty. Just bring the car in and we'll fix it right here. I was like,
wow.
fantastic. So I'm gonna hopefully get my dash camera back, and some of the cameras that I've got in the car and all that sort of stuff. So I'm very excited, but I gotta go pick it up before they close.
Cool. Yeah, we gotta do that.
So all right, everyone. Well, we will see you. I don't know about next week. We'll see, because next week is Thanksgiving
Kind of
week.
Thanksgiving, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I'm not sure. I think we're going to be doing family stuff, so I'm going to say
Maybe. Yeah.
most likely
Let's
we
bump
will
it. Let's
skip.
bump it.
We'll bump it to, the week after.
Family,
So we'll see
family
you.
first.
Yes, we'll see you in 2 weeks on Wednesday at 5:30, or Thursday if we decide, or maybe Friday, or possibly the Tuesday. You never know.
We'll work it out.
But
We'll
stay
work it out.
tuned for the announcement, and we will see you all